Hi guys. Well, I'm actually a little bit, I'm not sick. Actually, you know what? This is not about me. I literally can't shut the fuck up about myself.
That's fine, neither can I. You're talking to the right person.
But anyways, I am here with two of my good friends. And yeah, we're just going to have like a chit chat. There's a couple of things that I think would be interesting to chat about. But do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Also, we kind of just like sprung this on Kimmy. You didn't even know I was coming over.
I thought you weren't even in Brisbane anymore.
And then walks in and, Brayden messaged you, right?
Yeah, I messaged her, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it's a surprise for Kimmy. A happy surprise.
Hopefully.
You! Yeah. Introduce yourself first. I don't want to do it.
Hello, I'm Brayden. I'm a friend of Cynthia's.
Now a friend.
We've had our peaks and valleys. I just think our friendship is very sibling-esque, so we just be fighting.
Okay, I don't know, what's your spiel?
What's my tea?
Yeah.
So I consider myself a creative, a designer, artist? No, probably not really. Like, I don't know. I just, jack of all trades, you know? I just do things.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
good one.
Hi, I'm Kimi. I'm the neurotypical friend.
Literally. She actually is literally the most normal out of all of us. And like very much the most level-headed. So honestly, having Kimmy between us now is a good thing.
If anything, we need a Kimmy because
Everyone needs a Kimmy.
Yeah, I feel like you're just like always so calm. But then I feel like if Kimmy's upset at any time, then you know that something really terrible has happened. But anyways, I wanted to chat about dating. Just then, we were talking about whether or not true love actually is a thing. Or maybe is it the true love, or is true love a thing within the modern world? Because I feel like to a degree that our parents, give and take, might have had true love.
I'm sure they did at one point, yeah. But I think like what we were more kind of honing in on was like how people in our generation consider true love as like very unattainable, and how like say the way that we've like when we were talking about how like the Disney love, you know?
Yeah.
Like and how it's like so simple, straightforward, and it's just like kind of black and white in the sense that kind of true love seems very unattainable for us.
Yeah.
Because it is so straightforward.
In terms of like instant connection.
Yeah. And like love
is
at
instant
first sight or whatever.
is love at first sight.
Kimmy, is love at first sight real? Because when Kimmy met her partner Fom.
So myself and Brayden are like very single. We are
We're single and thriving.
Single.
Yeah.
And Kimmy is in a relationship. I don't know why I said that so awkwardly. We like him.
We do.
Yeah,
he's a really
nice.
good guy.
Yeah,
Honestly.
we're really happy.
So
Sorry.
But even when I feel like when
from your perspective, is love at first sight? Like,
No, I don't think it was love at first sight at all, to be honest. I think within the modern dating age, you step into any sort of potential connection with an air of caution. And
sorry.
so it's kind of like whenever you meet someone, you walk in with optimism, but you don't also hold your entire heart on your sleeve. So like it's hard to do that Like it's hard to hold.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I should learn that.
it's hard to hold your heart on
Holding your cards.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not like you're gonna like how are you gonna allow yourself to fall in love at first sight without wearing your heart on your sleeves because you're just so protected of yourself. Because in this day and age it's like, you know, you're never rewarded with just
True intentions.
falling in love. Well, not exactly that, but like, you know, you go into something and like you're conditioned not to expect too much. You're conditioned to not like push for like someone to be exclusive with you too early. Like that will come off as desperate or like whatever. So you're kind of like, well, I'm just going to be me and you be you, and then we will just see where this goes. So yeah, I guess to answer your question, no, it wasn't love at first sight at all. At least for me.
Do you believe in love at first sight? Do you guys believe in love at first sight?
As a Pisces, yes.
Yeah.
But like it's like abstracted to the sense that like I will just see someone on the street and I'm like, you're for me.
But,
and then I never see them again and I'm like, alright, bye.
But I guess that like not
I think that's infatuation.
yeah, not to like diminish
Yeah,
your
no, of course. My delusion. You can say it. Speaking
go.
Speaking to love at first sight, when Kimi went on her first date with Fom,
Do we say his name?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Beep. No.
Well, I guess everyone should.
Yeah.
Wait. Sorry to
Fom
cut
already
you
knows.
off.
Fom already knows
About what?
this story.
What?
When Kimi first met Fom at the market.
Well, no, I was just gonna say sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Look, we'll go back, but I feel like I keep seeing this thing on TikTok about people being like, ladies, you should be posting who you're dating. Like, the world should know. Like, not saying that, like, Fong is doing anything because he's not. But then, like, wild stories coming out. Except I feel like I've never posted anyone that I've dated. But anyways, I digress.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure, Kimi is really hard once for me.
I love that photo. I'm saying like, so we should say his name.
Yeah.
So the people know. Anyways.
Yes. Fom. Fom.
Wait, did I say it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just learned that like 2 minutes ago. Anyways.
He does have like a tricky spelt name. I do agree, but
I introduced it wrong for the first
yeah.
time.
So technically, it's Kimi's fault. Really.
Yeah.
I've apologized for it.
Yeah,
I have no
good.
regrets.
Good.
Anyways, Brayden, what were you gonna say?
But like when you first did meet Fom at the markets,
At the market?
at the
Do they meet
West
in the
End.
wild?
No.
No.
Oh, wait.
The wild of her cell phone.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
When
But
you guys
for
were
their first date.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like just going to it, whatever, and then she was kind of.
What?
Remember when you were like, it was kind of like, because when you guys like making out
What?
in the middle of the market.
Well, no.
At the markets?
No.
Wait, the first date?
I tell him to this day. I'm like,
What?
that was a terrible first kiss. It was a terrible first kiss.
Wait, I'm sorry. Walk me through this. I don't think I know the story.
Okay, so, blah, 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 blah. He was visiting from Tasmania. For
Yeah, I
a job.
remember this. And he had no clothes, so he had to borrow
Story for another time.
clothes. Yeah.
For another time. So basically, we were meant to go out for a drink the night before. His flight got delayed, and he told me that he was really tired, so he wasn't really feeling it. And I was like, you know what? I could cancel you right now, because I'm like, if he really wanted to, he would. But I was just like, you know what? It's not that deep. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. And you were busy as well.
Yeah, anyways.
Sorry. Sorry. I actually need to
Anyway.
shut up.
So I was like, it's fine. Let's, you know what? I should probably vet this guy before I even see him. So I was like, okay. So he was like hinting. I was like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow morning? I was like, fuck, I ain't seeing you sober.
That's a pretty intense first date.
Yeah, I'm not seeing you
Right.
sober.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let's have a little chat through FaceTime, suss the vibe.
FaceTime.
Yes.
That's also wild.
So I'm like, if
Oh,
I'm vibing,
yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
And if I'm not, then it's kind of like, yay.
Yeah.
So we chatted through FaceTime, and who was next? So I was like,
Aw.
okay, I guess I have lunch with the girlies at 12 o'clock. So if you want to see me,
That's right.
I can only see you between the morning, and then I have brunch with the girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was with me and Lucy, right?
No, that was with you and Josh.
Oh, yes.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
Oh, love that
That's
place.
right. And then that's when we saw your friend.
Mariana.
Yeah.
Oh, Mariana.
Yeah, with her partner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
After you just come from the date.
No, after the date, we went to Same, ate, and then we bumped into Mariana.
And we didn't even talk about your date at all.
No,
Yes.
I played it very cool.
Yeah.
Did you
didn't-
ask if I
No.
did? That's so bad.
I think honestly, I did not know she was.
I feel like
on
that's
this
so
date.
you though.
It is
Lost in
actually.
your own world.
Yeah, I didn't even ask. That's right. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, wait,
What?
what was the time that we were at Lucky Duck with Lucy? And we were like, a
No,
little
that
bit
was
tipsy.
with that
Naughty?
was with Nori.
That was with
that was on
Nori.
Sunday. So this was like the story on Saturday, and that happened on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I'm gonna go see this man. And we're
No,
like,
I
"Okay,
said,
dude,
should
cool."
I? And you're like,
Oh, we
well,
said-
you know, actually, we'll get that.
Okay, sorry.
We'll get that. When
Right.
let's
We're
skip the
jumping
story.
ahead. Sorry.
Yes. So, like the chat, and I was like, okay, let's meet up
Yeah.
tomorrow. Went to West End. Met up. It was really cute. Just got like a little juice. He got a very terrible Vietnamese iced coffee that he was very nice about.
Aw.
So he ordered it, and I had a sip. I was like, thank God I didn't order that.
Yeah.
But he was very polite about it. He was like, yeah, it's okay. I was just like, it's terrible, but okay. But he was nice. Anyways, we were chatting. It was very cute. And then it felt like a setup, but we were sitting on the little stones on the West End Market.
Yeah.
And then, lo and behold, his friend from uni bumped into him.
What?
And she was like, oh, Fam, is that you? And then they started chatting. And then we were like chatting to her. And then she was like, oh, Fam is such a cool guy. Like, he's so nice.
Like,
are you serious?
Full girl review on
Oh
it.
my god.
And I'm like,
and she
okay.
clearly like clocked that he was like
On a date. Yeah.
What a friend. What a
Yeah.
friend.
I was like, okay, cool. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we were like, chatting was really cute. And then again, Saturday morning, West End Market with
Yeah.
children around. He was like,
Yeah.
sorry, honey, to embarrass you in advance. But he was like, oh, you're so beautiful. Leans in for a kiss. And
Did
I
you
was
see
like,
like the dead behind the eyes? Like,
in my head, I was like, ooh, this is not smooth at all. But I like you, so I will let it be.
And also, I guess it's understandable that he would have met Kimi and been like, what the hell? Like, she's so beautiful. This girl is so awesome. Like,
I know.
that he would have been like, oh my gosh. But also, I kind of like back that. If anything, I feel like most Australian guys are so like mid and so nonchalant and literally like I feel like whenever I like give and take, whenever I'm in Europe, I love the fact that guys just are like so much more forward and it can be not that I feel like being emotional like is, you know, not like a masculine thing, but someone can be like stereotypical, like super in their masculine energy and then just kind of be able to, pardon me, hold, you know, space for emotions and whatnot. And most Australian, at least my experience,
no, I agree.
like I feel like we need a bit of a rejouche when it comes to dating in Australia.
I honestly just reckon like Australian men just need Riz. Like that's it.
What does Riz mean?
Charisma.
Charisma. Oh.
Riz.
Riz.
You know?
What do you have? Do you say Riz?
No, it's too embarrassing.
Okay.
Like they just need to like kind of like
They really do not have
step
charisma.
up. Yeah, they need to step
That
it
is
up.
true. And also, I was saying this to a friend. I feel like, in a way, I feel like the art of flirting is like a little bit dead here.
Yeah, because it's all like WYD on Tinder. Like, what you doing? Come over. Like, that's it. Like, that's like Australian dating for real.
Well, I guess I've never really like experienced that in terms of like WYD.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
no,
myself.
no, not even like.
It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, because like, also like, again, on TikTok, there's like all these guys that are like, the casual, yeah, it's just like so forced to like go on a date and like, you know.
Who said that?
There's like this guy on TikTok.
Who? What the hell?
Like he's making it like a funny thing,
but
but
it's
he's like oh, when Australian guys, and he's like, yeah, it's just like so forced to like go on a date and like go out to like a restaurant or something. Look, I'd much rather, I'm just so chill, you know, just like come over and we'll have a beer, and it's like shut up. No, take me on a date. I want the romance.
When it comes to first dates, though, I feel like I'm in an era where I kind of feel like obviously I love sex. Like, you know, I am a sexual person. That's not what I'm like, I'm not saying that I don't like sex. Like, I love sex. However, I feel like I'm in an era where I want guys to be able to like take me out and I just feel like sex is just so accessible within like, you know, demographic and like our culture. And it's not a bad thing because obviously we're like way more like sexually liberated and positive and whatnot. However, I just feel like sometimes, like especially at the moment, I feel like I'm like saying a lot of information about myself. But that I'm in an I'm in a period where at the moment I'm just not really feeling very like sexual. Like, no, not that I don't feel like I'm sexual, but I'm just not really wanting to have sex.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I go on a date with someone, I actually just want to get to know them. Like, I just want to like chill. And I just wish it was less of a thing of like, if I invited someone over or they invited me over to their place, I feel like there's just this expectation that you're going to have sex.
Yeah.
And it's like, and obviously,
like if you want to do it, you know, like if the vibes are right, do it, but like it shouldn't be like an expectation. Yeah.
And just but then also everyone has like such a different relationship with sex. And I get that, but I feel like at the moment for me personally, I've just been thinking about sex a lot and what that even means to me. And I feel like I enjoy sex, but I enjoy sex when I actually like the person.
Yeah, 100%. That's literally what you were saying the other day. Like, you were just like, I don't want to just go out and get it. Because, yeah, you can get it if you so desire. Everyone can just go on an app and, like, find it. But it's, like, it's so much better when it's with someone that you actually, like, A, find attractive, B, are, like, into.
Who are you?
We're not getting into this, alright? That was so Freudian, sorry. But we're not getting into that. We're just getting into the fact that, like, that you actually like this person.
I know.
Like...
But also, you can always just say, I don't want to.
Oh, 100%.
yeah.
100%.
Also, I feel like sometimes it's refreshing for the other party to be told no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Speak
Well, I
on
told
it.
Phong no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made him wait. And he was like, ooh, I like this.
Okay, alright.
But
I love this.
Like the chase, the thrill of the chase.
But I feel like there's an aspect that I'm like, I don't want it to be...
Like, you don't want it to be an expectation at all.
Like, not even that, but it's like, I don't know, like, for it to not be a thing that I'm like it's not, like, it's not like, oh my god, I'm like waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. But it's kind of like you just want to, like, find the right moment. And, yeah, if you don't want to, you don't want to.
Yeah. It seems you're kind of putting this expectation on yourself when it
Me?
shouldn't be. Like,
Right now.
no. Like, just the way that you're phrasing it, like you just don't want it to be a thought, which I understand. But like, that's very much like not speaking for the other party, because the other party is definitely thinking about it. If they're a straight man, all right, they're definitely thinking about it. But like, it seems that you're like putting like kind of pressure on yourself because you're like waiting for that expectation. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. Like, I can't really articulate it the way in which I want to, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think recently I was like, fuck, I really miss like when I was, I don't know, like I was a late bloomer, like I had sex late.
Yeah.
But
Thanks.
Really?
Yeah. You're not alone, darling. You're not alone.
But I miss like when I was like younger and I hadn't had sex and I just hang out with people, and obviously they didn't know that I hadn't had sex, but because I hadn't had it, like I knew that I wasn't gonna have it, and it just wasn't really like a thing. And obviously now 100% like I'll say no if I'm not like, you know, feeling it also. But I'm just like, I feel like I saw this meme on TikTok and it was like, when you go to someone's house and you just like, I feel like this sounds so lame me saying, but like when you go to someone's house and you just like hold hands and kiss, and
No,
that's
I
it.
love that. That's my favorite
Like
bit.
I'm like, bring that back.
Like
Yeah, bring it back.
It's-
You can do that.
it absolutely can come back, because like, but like also I think there's like, with like people that you don't really know, like, you know, that you're like just seeing a first couple of times, you kind of can't, well, you can,
What?
I don't know. Yeah, I suppose
Sorry,
it's just like a
I feel like that
certain
what sounded really
boundaries.
aggressive.
Yeah.
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 And just being like, it's not happening tonight, but I'm really enjoying this.
Mm.
And then if they're like butthurt about that, they're obviously
it's
not
like-
the right person. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I completely understand, like, because there is expectations. And I feel like there's, like, so many, like, things that play parts in that as well. Like, it could be, like, you go out for dinner first and, like, he pays or something. And, like, that's a whole...
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. If you ask me on a date,
You should pay.
you should pay.
100%.
I'm sorry.
Or, like, I'm fine with splitting.
No, I'm not.
Okay. I think the first date
I mean,
should
like
be
the
split.
first date. Obviously, if
Yeah.
you're like seeing this person, like
Yeah.
I don't expect them to, like I feel like if anything, it's like nice if, you know, someone takes you out for dinner and then, you know, the next day you're like, I'll get you a coffee, you know.
Well, if they say it like that, then like, yeah, they should pay. Or like, I would like to take you out for dinner. In that wording, they should pay. Sorry, my cat's feeder just went on. It's finished. It's fine. You might hear some crunching. Though.
Well, actually, Brayden, I feel like I'm interested in terms of like when you go on dates and
Okay,
stuff,
yeah.
like how.
But you're asking kind of the wrong person, because like I do this thing
What?
where I don't know what it is, but like I do this like weird power play thing where I'm like, no, I'll pay. And then I'm like, and then I catch myself doing it and I'm like, what am I doing? And then like I just can't let people pay for me. I don't know what that is. Like it's weird. Like even like literally this weekend just passed when Kimi drunkenly set me up with some twink.
What?
Yeah.
What was this?
we were at this like rave and like
Oh,
Kimi was really
is this
drunk.
on?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Kimi was just like talking to these two gays, just being, you know, whatever. And she was like matchmaking, but in her like
I'm
drunken
sorry, but
way.
Kimmy is like the worst
She
wing woman.
is the worst.
She actually is like the worst wing woman. Like if Kimmy had to be my wing woman, I probably would just be like, oh, I don't even like that guy.
Yeah. But I will say,
Okay, in her defense.
like in her defense, she does get shit done. She really does.
In what way?
In like the most embarrassing,
direct
just-
way.
Yeah, she will get it done though. Like if you say, "Oh, I like that person," she'll figure it out.
She'll be like, hey, so do you like my friend? Because
Yeah.
she,
Right in front of
she'll
you.
literally because they
Yeah.
they think you're really hot. Like, do you guys want to go home together?
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah, I would never do that. I'd be like,
she has maybe like an inkling more tact than that, but like only an inkling.
just an inkling. But I'm like, all right, this is my friend. Chat along. They're
Yeah.
cute. Hey, you other friend, talk to me. Let
Yeah.
them be, okay?
That's exactly what she did.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I
Like-
did.
Oh.
But I mean, I'm glad it happened because I met a new friend.
Okay.
Wait,
Wait, and you paid for his drink?
Well, he just like asked me. It was so fucking awkward as well. He was just like, "Hey, do you want a drink?" And I was like,
How is that awkward? I think it's like pretty
No, I
normal.
know. I'm just weird.
What?
I'm literally just like
What?
weird. I don't know. He was like, "Do you want a drink?" And I like literally was like speechless. I was like,
Damn.
I'm like, yes.
Okay,
then, like-
is this because like you're not used to like someone
Well,
like buying
yeah,
you a drink?
probably. But like, and then also I'm like, no, I'll get the next one. And then
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just weird. I think I was just like, I don't know. Is it a power play? Who knows? Am I even that like smart to be doing these power plays?
What power do you give?
I know. The power I gave him is like a negative bank account. That's all it is. It's so annoying.
Oh my god.
And it was nice. It was nice to be asked if he could
Wait,
buy
so
me a
did
drink.
he buy you a
He
drink?
did.
Okay.
And then I got him a drink after.
And now he's your friend.
Well, I mean, I've been talking to her for like what, 4 days.
Oh, so this is the
This is-
person.
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like,
See, I got something done.
I did.
okay, so like potentially.
He's shorter than me.
I'm sorry, Brayden is a giant.
Brayden
You're
is 6'3". Let's
You're
see that
literally
happen.
like who?
I know, it's like, it's far and few between that anyone is taller than me, but like, I'm sorry. If you're not at least up to like my neck or my collarbone, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I guess it's a bit hard. Like you'll have to like.
Yeah. But
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to get over that, you know?
I
Like,
think
really
you should
am.
because
Because like, all the guys that I find attractive are short anyway. So I'm like,
yeah,
happen.
and if anything, I think don't take this.
oh. Yes.
Are you ready?
Are you gonna make me cry again in the middle of the restaurant? Jeez. Carry on.
my
Sophia.
God. I was gonna say, do you think that when you date, that sometimes you can be like superficial in terms of
100%.
yeah.
Because like, honestly, like, and always like, cause I get like I get so anxious before a date to the point that like my entire body is shaking.
Really?
Like even before like a hookup and stuff.
Really?
I read about it like on Reddit. I don't know if that's like a great thing, but like I feel like they tell the truth on Reddit. But like I was reading it and it was like, why does my entire body shake before I'm gonna like have sex with someone? And it was adrenaline. So like that's all it is. And like I think it's like that helps me kind of do it. Like once I've like in my head I've decided, all right, I'm gonna do this, and then when I'm like getting ready or like I'm doing something, I'm like shaking, and then like I always find that like on a first date, like especially in those like first couple of moments, I'm like on.
Yeah.
It's like
charisma,
Yeah.
like
It's like-
you're selling the dream.
it's like customer service way, or like and then I just don't shut up,
Yeah.
and I'm like.
You're selling the whole package.
Yeah. I'm on the sales floor right there. Okay? I'm like, you want this bitch?
We're on auction tonight,
Yeah.
baby. I'm on.
I hit $1, $2. But yeah, so I'm like on, and then like I just feel like honestly maybe I just need to have like a drink before, and I did that on my most recent date. Like I got to the place way before this guy was because it was literally just down the road. And I was like, you know what, low key, I do want to just like sit there and have a drink and like kind of like gather
Taking.
myself, you know? And then it was kind of good, but he also just had like, he was tired and just like was not in it.
What?
So I was like, I'm sure.
Wasted the drink.
Yeah, actually, it was only a beer. It was cheap. It's fine. But yeah, and then.
Get into it.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so like went for this drink with this guy. We've been talking for a little bit, and well, not even a little bit, like maybe like 2 or 3 days. And I'm trying to do this thing where I'm just like not in that endless talking cycle, because I feel like honestly, before a date, if you guys have talked a lot and a lot and a lot, it's so much easier just to keep it as that instead of like actually meeting them.
What? Oh yeah, like if
Yeah.
you talk too much.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like you should like exchange pleasantries, have like a very base level chat,
Yeah.
organize a date, and then talk.
Well, you know
about
what?
that.
That's what happened to me that
Yeah.
time. What, 21?
Okay.
What's...
Oh, cheese man!
Yeah.
Cheese man, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because you were just like chatting nonstop. and
Yeah.
then he just kept blowing you off, and then you were busy as well, and it was just like there was never.
He was the worst.
Yeah, I reckon exactly. Like I really do feel like in the beginning of dating,
But it was
like,
also
texting-
COVID, so it
Well,
was like...
Yeah, it was like hard.
But also he was like such a weirdo.
yeah, he was a weirdo.
No, on TikTok that day, I heard this brilliant idea for dating apps. So technically, just to like increase the intended swipes, like likes and stuff on dating apps, you should charge for each like.
What?
So you will have
paying
no.
for that.
Listen. So you actually like if you want to match with someone, you actually have to put in like a little like $5 deposit to match. So you must actually really like them
Yeah.
to like
True.
want to match. And then if you set up a date to meet in person with them and you do a little phone beep,
You get a
you get a
refund.
refund.
Oh!
So it encourages you to actually meet in
Wait,
person.
that's actually so
That's
smart.
genius.
Yeah.
And like $5 like is
Is
just
just
enough,
enough
that you're not
to-
going to be like, I actually do want that. back."
$5
You
is
know?
like a coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, in this
$5
economy,
is
I went to the shops just then to get
Doritos.
Doritos for my little brother. A packet, which medium size, $8.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Highway robbery.
Anyways. Okay,
That's
yeah.
a great idea.
That's a great
Intentional swiping.
yeah.
You know what? I've actually never really... I've used dating apps like a little bit, like kind of like in and out. I broke just then. Like when I was, I don't know, 19 or so, I remember I met up with this one guy
Yeah.
and then I got there at the date within 3 seconds. I feel like you know immediately
Oh,
if it's good.
100,
Like within 3 seconds, I was like, oh,
I don't want to do this.
but obviously I still had
Yeah.
the date and whatnot. And then I've had Hinge? What
Yeah.
is it Hinge?
Hinge,
Where the
yeah.
girls...
No, it's Bumble.
Oh,
Bumble?
No, I thought Hinge was the girls.
Oh
can
wait, I
choose.
think it's Bumble.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Done Bumble. But I've hardly really met up with people.
Yeah.
I feel like apart from Cheese Guy.
Yeah.
Who
But that was on Raya, wasn't it?
yeah, which also is like I feel like people talk up Raya, but it's like or maybe it's just like an Australian thing. I feel like it's just like real estate dudes that are on there.
No one wants to real estate, dude.
You know, and that's not really like no offense to real estate guys, but that's not really giving to me. But I haven't really had too much experience with it.
dating
And if anything, I feel like I probably like a couple of months ago I was like, okay, maybe I should get Hinge. And I did. And then there was like this, like, I don't know, this sounds a bit weird, but there was this part of me that just like, obviously I've got social media and I fucking share so much about my life and and people can like DM me. But when I had Hinge, it just kind of like creeped me out how I was so accessible to like all these men and like people like messaging me. Like it just, like I just got really overwhelmed. And then I feel like, and probably back then I was like in like a weird headspace and then I just deleted the whole thing.
Also, I honestly do think that Hinge is like kind of Like if you use Hinge like if you want to like meet someone, you know, because like Hinge is like
I want to meet someone.
no, I know, but like it's just like it's
I wanna meet
very
someone.
daunting because like there's so much information that you have to fill out, but also
Oh
maybe
my
that's
God.
just like, bro, filling out the fucking profile takes like a day.
Wait, I'm actually dead. I've got a funny story. Because, okay, I feel like these two can attest to, I'm not like a very funny person. Like, I maybe like unintentionally like funny. I feel like I take life pretty seriously. Like, I'm a bit of an intense person. And when it was like the Hinge questions, it was like, what are you looking for? And I
A
was like,
husband.
literally,
A husband, the father of my children.
dead set. That was me. And then I sent it to my friend Alice, and she was like, Cynthia. And I
So
was like,
intense.
and it was like, you know, and it was like, are you looking for, what was it, like a relationship or something, or life partner? And I was like, life partner. And I was like, literally.
At least you're honest.
Like, oh, and then she was like, and the gym and then she sent me her profile, and she was like, you've got to like rein it in. Like,
Yeah. And that's what we say. You just gotta hold your cards a little close.
Yeah.
Okay, hold your cards. Let's just say that.
You see, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just like the social conditioning to hold your cards close. But the other out there, people are thinking the same thing, but they're like, oh, it's just
Then what? So then perhaps we are the what's like the term, like the
outliers.
yeah.
Like
who?
also, I agree to that as well because like I think like my philosophy is like.
What is your philosophy? Sorry, I literally can't now.
Oh no. No, like I honestly think that like yeah, like putting yourself out there is scary and hard, but like you have to keep doing it, and like I feel like how are you gonna meet this person that you're like meant to be with or whatever if you don't like put it out there and it's like here you go. Like I understand there is like a little bit
like obviously we wouldn't like
Yeah.
meet up with someone straight away and be like, I love you.
well
Although that has happened to me.
yeah, I've done that as well. I've done that
You know
multiple
what?
times.
My ex, I feel like he wouldn't care me saying this if he actually even listens to my podcast. But when we like spent 3 days together and I was like leaving and he was like, I'm in love with you, and it didn't scare me. So I guess if you think about it in that way, it's like the person who. But then I don't know if it's naive for me to be like the person who's gonna stay is actually.
I think you should. Well, I think you should be a little bit naive, but like with tact. You know, like you have to like.
Tact in what sense?
In the sense of like, naivety is not like a bad thing to have because it shows that you're like, I don't know, like truthful and honest in yourself. I guess.
Yeah.
But like, you should have like a little bit of tact as to like, you know, read the room. You know. If you're going for like a hookup and then you're like, I love you, which yes.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Do you spit on her? Ew.
I just drooled on you.
Read the room.
Read the room. You know, like,
I love you.
I mean, like it will scare people off, yes, but like also, I don't think throwing around the word is like
Love.
good at all.
Sorry.
I don't know. It's just like
No, I agree.
yeah.
But it did scare me, and I feel like recently I'm kind of at a place where I'm like, you know what? If something is gonna work out with someone, it's gonna work out. If it's gonna end, it's gonna end. And I feel like in previous situations, and especially coming from like, I feel like I had a really positive experience with like the last person that I dated seriously, and he was able to kind of like show me like, I feel like he was so safe expressing like his feelings, and I feel like previous people that I've dated that I always had to like hold back, and I think as a person that usually for me I prefer it if like the guy leads and they kind of like like, it's easier for me to open up if they lead and stuff. And I feel like he really taught me that you shouldn't be like ashamed of like your feelings, and you should like, if you feel it, then say it, you know?
Yeah, like yes.
And even though now we're not together, but I see, like, I really respect that, like, that he had the ability to be so open. And then I feel like from like dating in general and other situations that I've had, that a lot of the times that I hold back, and although it is like warranted because like I think my body is just like reacting to whatever someone is giving me, but I think that recently I'm just like, if something's gonna end, it's gonna end. If it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out. So you may as well just like, obviously, you know, read the room, but you may as well just like do what is coming up naturally.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
You know?
That's literally what I mean. Like, having that, like, kind of naivety to, like, just say what you want, you know, I guess. And I know it's very, very hard.
Well, it's so hard because
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times I've been in situations where it's like I've always known what I've what I've wanted, but then in a sense that I act in a way to accommodate that other person, you know what I mean? Because I'm like scared of it
Yeah.
ending. But then it's just like, and then things happen, and then you go, well, what was the point of that?
I mean, yeah, I understand.
Do you get what
that
I mean?
thinking.
I don't know. Have you experienced that? Have you? Well, I don't know.
She's normal.
Yeah. Which is not normal, but you were in like a very like big relationship, and then you.
Yeah, I think that like that's like come the ending of my really long relationship. Yeah, it was definitely that, just trying
Oh wait,
to...
you were.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
definitely
sorry.
trying to like hold
Hold
on
on.
to something that I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And it was causing me more grief to make something that didn't have a future try to work.
She was suffering in silence.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
No, I was just silent.
Yeah.
Until she wasn't. Until she
I was just
wasn't.
like, hold on, what the fuck is
Literally.
going on?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Fun times.
Yeah.
So looking back, you're like, but
What was that?
sorry. I feel like not going into it, but with something of what you experience, you also had like very limited information, and this was someone that I think as well, maybe something that could be interesting to discuss is, you know, when you're in a dynamic or when you've known someone for a while, that you see them in this light of who they can be or could be. And so sometimes I feel like when someone is showing you their true selves or who they are, that we don't want to actually...
Yeah, you don't want to like see that. You're like,
And how to like change your...
But-
or allow... like change your perception or allow yourself to
like see them.
To
for
see
who
them.
they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I suppose that's just like kind of putting them on a pedestal, I guess. And like,
I don't think I was putting them on a pedestal per se, but I think I can see that, and I still feel like at that time, like he wasn't in a place he was happy with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I think like he was going through it as well, and I was going through it with him. I don't know the full story to this day, and I think it's just like it's best that
yeah, I don't think you want
regardless
Yeah.
regardless of the story, it doesn't really matter. But
The ending is the
yeah,
same.
the ending is the same, and the ending is the fact that me trying to make a relationship with this person work when it would just it wasn't in our destiny.
Yeah.
We weren't for each other.
Yeah.
And we were trying to make it work, and yeah, I think I was also too afraid to let a relationship that I've known and had for so long go.
Yeah.
It's like, you have this image in your head that you're with this person for so long. You have an expectation of the life that, you should be trying to build with this person. When in fact, there's like no clear path that you can see, but you're trying to pave a way, but like the fact is it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And whatever they tell you, just they can't reassure you an answer. Because they don't even know. So it's kind of like you're trying to make something work that just can't, and being brave enough to just let it go.
Period.
That's something that Kimmy
It's like knowing your worth. There's like,
Yeah.
why am I
Yeah.
suffering through this?
Yeah, I feel like that's something that you've really taught me in terms of like.
Did I teach you this? Did
I? I don't think the lesson was sunk in, honestly.
Did I, Sophia? What?
Kimmy may have taught it, but
No, you have. Well, it was like, when like people say things and then it's like, you marinate on it.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, she was right.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the times, I guess I can only speak on myself,
Your
Your
experience.
mom. Yeah.
my experience.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times I'm like led by fear, like when I'm dating, in terms of like if I meet someone that I see a future with, or I'm like, this is my blah blah or whatever. That, like you're saying, that you have this idea, and obviously you, for me, put this projection onto someone, and it's like really scary. Like letting go and just being able to sit in like the unknown, or just like sit and just be present.
Okay with it, yeah.
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 And Kimmy
Yeah.
has
To live through it. Yeah.
you
yeah.
really, and also I feel like recently when I've been going through things, I literally think about how much resilience and like strength you had when, like, I don't even know if I would have been human, like, after, I probably would have just couldn't like shut the fuck up about it probably, but like
It's no different.
but for you, at what point do you feel like you let go, like you were able to kind of, I don't know, just because obviously like you saying, you just let go, like it happened, blah blah blah.
Oh no, I sometimes still like, I'd say like a couple months ago, I'd like have a dream about him, and I'm like dreaming about him, and I'm still like really angry in my dream. I'm like, and then I wake up next to fall, and I'm like, it still hurts a little.
Yeah.
But I'm
okay.
like, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
But I'm okay.
Girl who's gonna be okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm like, I wake up, I'm like boiling.
Yeah.
I'm like, how dare you?
Mm.
But I was just like, yeah. You wake up and you're like, ooh, actually, I still have some healing to do. Yeah.
How do you
that.
heal? What's your process?
Well, I think you just kind of like it's like an ongoing thing that you kind of acknowledge it, and it's not like an overnight thing. And clearly, it still isn't. I think there will always be times where you might get triggered by the past, and that's human and that's normal. But yeah, I think the first step is just acknowledging it and just being aware of it, of what is triggering you and what upset you, and it's just like, oh, okay, cool, at least I know that, and then you go on with your life.
Oh, I always ask the same sets of questions to everyone at the end of the podcast.
That's good. It's like continuous.
Thanks.
My cat is like losing her mind.
What is she? Yeah, I feel like she's in a weird mood.
She's got the zoomies. She's running around like a chook with no head.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys at a dinner party and you can invite 2 guests to, like, you guys can have your own individual dinner parties, living with Dad, who would it be?
Is it bad? Like, I understand
like,
this
I get it,
question,
but
but
I'm
like,
like, I don't
really
care.
I'm like, no offense. I'm like,
Like,
I don't really care, honestly.
Okay, it can be anyone. It can be, like, literally me.
Can it be us? Like, can we just have a dinner party? Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather just be with my friends, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
you know
Oh.
what? Like, I would rather have, like, tell me a dinner party you would like to have a throwback to.
yes!
Oh!
Yes.
That's a better question.
Alright, my answer.
So, guys, we are... I feel like we should, like, let them in on this.
Okay.
But, like, as we spoke about back during COVID,
Yeah.
we lived together and literally just threw dinner parties
All
all
the
the time.
Because it was like, what, 4 or 5 of us? 6?
And then there would always be, like,
Like a random
a
guest.
random guest.
5 core.
5 core. And
Someone
then just
would always be in the area and would be
Yeah.
like, hey, want to join
Yeah.
for this?
And we just like have like a fun little time. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like
My answer is
Yeah.
when the first time that we did the paper on the table and everyone scribbled and like did their little art on that.
Does D still have
He does.
that?
It's still in his room.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
I don't know what that was for actually.
Was
that
it for
a
his birthday?
I don't think it was like that big of a milestone. I think we just
I
did
think
it.
it was like, I feel like that was one of our last dinner parties.
Oh.
Yeah, before he moved to Sydney.
Yeah, maybe it was actually.
Yeah.
Because he wanted like a memento or something. Maybe it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
But that was a really nice one. I really enjoyed that. And then, or the time that we were painting leather goods. That was really fun.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
a
that
fun
was
one.
good.
That was.
Because,
a
I
like-
think I was there.
You were at acting class. I fucking bet.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was
Alright,
doing.
well, let's say that one that we were painting on the table. But like, my favorite are the ones that like had a little activity. With it as
Activity.
well.
Yeah.
I think those were the best ones.
Actually, you know what? I feel like we need to bring activities back.
I agree.
To the
because
dinner
I
parties?
think, yeah,
And not even just dinner parties, like
just to hang out.
when we, oh, you had left. But
Wow. Okay, I guess. She's throw it in my face.
no, when we were in Vietnam, one of our friends, Lisa, on the last day,
Wow,
we had left in the morning, and we went to her apartment, and she had this like clay-like thing, and it's not clay. I forget what the name is.
Plasticine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she, because she's doing like this stint in Vietnam, and she like had us over, and as we were talking, we were able to just like make stuff, and she was saying how, you know, as adults, that a lot of the times we don't actually get the opportunity to just like play.
I know.
You know?
playing, literally.
Playing, another side thought,
Yeah.
playing is actually so important for
100%,
kids.
yeah.
And a lot of, apparently, don't quote me on this, but people, like a lot of people who like become like psychos, like not trying to be rude, but like end up being like serial, like, I don't want to put labels.
They never played as a child,
A lot
so
of
they
people-
play as adults.
A
Yeah.
lot of people
God.
like didn't play. And that can also lead to like depression and stuff.
Because like I feel like playing like it teaches people like team building. It teaches people like how to work with each other. It teaches people how to like see other people's point of views and stuff.
And also just imagination as
Yeah,
well.
true,
And a lot of the times when the people can just become like stuck in jobs or whatnot because they don't have the imagination to be able to like see themselves in different roles, you know?
Yeah.
Like as a kid being like a firefighter and then a chef and then obviously that's like very, but anyways, Kimmy, what was your favorite dinner party?
I'm trying to remember. There were so many good ones. Like even
There was
yeah.
like even just like the basic ones where we just like ate good food.
Well, I'm thinking. thinking. Fuck.
I can't
I've
even remember
wondered.
what we
I'm
spoke about. Like
No,
when
me
we,
neither.
I feel like how did we have that much to yap on about?
No, like we got really deep.
Deep.
And it's like as I
Every
The
said.
single
card
time.
games, Flex Mommy.
Yeah, that was
Reflex.
good. Yeah.
Love her.
Shout out.
But yeah, no, it's like I feel like through our dinner parties, you guys taught me to open up and talk about my feelings more.
So true, actually.
Actually, yeah, that was true.
So true.
That
Because
is
like
true.
I didn't even like know you that much back then. Like we were like we were always together.
We were always together, but we were
Yeah.
never really close. I
We
agree.
always-
But also, that's so both of your personalities. I gotta say.
And then we're like, oh, we're moving in together. I hope it's not
Yeah.
gonna be weird.
Literally. We were both feeling it.
Yeah.
Because I remember like the first time that we like connected was like that time that we were at the rave and then you came back to mine.
Yeah.
And you just like yeah, and she couldn't sleep. She was just like on the couch watching like Prison Break.
Yes. I was just like, why can't I sleep?
Yeah, and I was like,
I'm like, motherfucker.
yeah. But that was like, and I remember that like next morning I was like, hi.
I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And you're like, let me make you some toast. I'm like,
Wait, so then at what point did you guys like break the
When
ice?
we lived together for real.
yeah, like
I
properly,
reckon.
yeah.
So it was through just living together that then you became more comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
think so.
But like, cause like we would just like have wine and then just like talk.
yeah.
And like we would just like make dinner together every single night, basically.
Yeah.
And then
Watch it together.
yeah. And when Kimmy got exiled to,
Oh my god.
and then
Kimmy.
I was like, I miss this bitch for real. I was like,
saying
Yeah,
that
I was
because
like-
I would come to your apartment and I know that like one of Kimmy's friends was like staying, like
Sarah,
subletting
yeah.
her place.
mm,
I know Sarah's name.
Yeah.
I just
Oh, okay.
was unsure if I should say it, but anyways,
Yeah.
we're saying it. Yeah, and it was, and you guys had opposite schedules. You and
I
Sarah.
never saw her. Yeah.
So you literally were just here, and you were like, "Yeah, I actually miss that bitch."
Yeah. Because it was so
No.
different. It was like living by myself.
Yeah.
I would see Sarah like for a split second when I got home from work, and then I was like just vegging on the couch versus she leaving.
Yeah.
And like we would have chats. Like we're like relatively close, but like not to the point that me and Kimmy are.
Yeah. No.
But also like Brayden picking me up from the airport. That was like face of excitement.
was.
Oh,
I was
actually really cute. Yeah. You were really excited.
I was like also like a little bit worried. I was like, oh, what happens if it's awkward? It wasn't.
What if she's
It
a
wasn't.
different bitch now?
No, I remember seeing her. She was so tan.
Oh, it was glowing.
She was
Oh.
glowing, and I was like, whoa.
She'd been through it, but she had been holidaying.
The best time of her
She'd been
life.
holidaying.
Like glow up.
Like
glow up.
she was, you know, yeah.
She was living her best life.
Literally. Okay, if you guys had one day to live, what would be your last meal?
Maybe like banh mi.
Mm.
It's my favorite food.
I didn't know that. That's so cute.
Specifically, like the vegan chicken banh mi from Fat Carrot.
We didn't even have banh mi in Vietnam.
What?
Actually, we didn't.
We didn't.
No.
I would have made sure we had
That was crazy.
Wait, no, but there was like so.
There was a
There's other
couple of
stuff.
things
Yeah.
that
So many
we
other things.
like. We didn't
Yeah.
have that, and we didn't have the egg coffee.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, a coffee.
I don't know.
It's really
People always
popular.
talk about it a lot. It's made out of egg yolk. No,
Egg
the
white?
white egg white.
They're like
Like
prop
frothy.
it in, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, back in the war, they had a period where they didn't have milk, so they had to like become inventive.
Good on 'em.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But it sounds yummy.
Yeah.
If it's not eggy.
It'd be like creamy, I guess.
2025 Vietnam.
Well, I think I might go to London.
Yeah, I'm thinking Europe 2025.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Europe.
Oh, okay. No, I was saying both.
Well, we'll see how it happens.
Okay.
We'll see. But yeah. Like
But
I'm.
yes, London Europe 2025.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm
Yeah.
feeling it.
Also, like, where are we going? London, yes.
I kind of want
where
to go to
else?
Croatia. It looks lit.
Aw. I was gonna say Italy, but
Oh
okay.
yeah, or Italy. Yeah, I would go to Italy.
Croatia's cheap, is it?
Yeah,
that's why I want to go.
Croatia is cheap.
I wouldn't mind like
Because it's like beachy.
like
you
a
know?
sailing thing, you know, when everyone is like
As
on a boat.
Yeah, that'll be
But then would we
Well-
like am I gonna be sick?
Maybe. We'll just get a really big boat and then you won't be sick.
yeah.
And a clean one.
Yeah. But like if you want to do that, like going from Croatia makes it much cheaper.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because like what
Going
happens if
from
we go-
Croatia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, that's gonna be expensive if we get a boat.
I don't think it's too bad. I don't know, like because you're sleeping on the boat. Like that's your accommodation.
True.
And you can because I spoke to someone over the weekend or something and they said that they did that and you can either choose like having someone to cook for you or you can cook
Yeah, I
yourself.
did watch that.
True.
Yeah. I saw it on
Or did I see it on TikTok? No, I think I had a real life conversation with someone who did this.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Maybe we can like research that
Anyways, making plans.
on the podcast.
But the dynamic needs to be right for
Yes.
like the trip of like who can
Cool.
come on the trip.
She's not coming. Don't worry.
Yeah.
says it right here.
Anyways, what would you have, Kimmy?
I feel like this is one of the hardest questions to ever ask me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, when I go back to Malaysia, I have a list. So it's kind of like, what is the last thing? I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's...
We need to go to Malaysia.
That's what you bitches need to do.
Actually, before Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free com.
Yeah, that's the only reason. That's the only reason we need to go.
No.
Like,
This bitch.
But like, how good would it be if we had free com and then we could just go shopping and go out for dinner all the time?
Is there much
and, like,
shopping in
explore?
Malaysia?
oh, there's not a lot of good shopping.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
maybe not shopping, but like exploring.
Yeah, you can explore.
Yeah.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More that. You can do a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm down.
And just chill by the beach.
Yeah. And get a tan.
Oh, I can't
Do you
believe-
tan?
No.
In Europe, I do.
Really?
Because the sun is not so strong over there.
Oh.
But in Australia, burn. Asia, burn. Everywhere else, burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had to choose just something, something that just comes to mind.
Like a steak, but like the like a Thai way.
Ooh, what is a Thai way?
Like,
Do you know how like they have like the steak salads?
yeah, like Thai beef salad vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know. Oh my gosh, guys! Actually, I went to a really good Thai place when I was in New York, and they had the, I feel like Nara Smith got me onto this, but like the sticky mango.
Yeah, mango sticky rice.
Ooh.
Except I've had a bad one before that like tasted like nothing, and this one was just like elite. And they had this like spring rolls that had like kind of like pork and mushrooms, and it just like melted in your mouth. Like that was actually my last proper meal. That was elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Pretty good.
Oh, wait, did you have an answer? Oh, you
Yeah,
did.
she did.
Sorry, yeah.
Actually, no, and I want mangosteen juice.
Okay.
Mangosteen.
Steam.
Like mangosteen.
It's
So
a
it's like a
fruit.
type of fruit.
Mangosteen.
Steam. How do you spell that?
Like
Mango,
MANGOSTEAN.
Is it A-N or E-E?
EAN.
Oh, I don't know. That was double E.
I actually no idea now. I'm done myself. But it like we had it.
Okay,
when
so
we
we've got
were-
the dictionary here.
Yeah.
Brayden's the dictionary.
I think it's double E, but I might be wrong.
I don't know what this is. I don't think
It's a fruit.
Yeah, I don't know what fruit this is.
I've never had
Oh,
that.
it is double E. I'm a liar.
Have I ever had this or no?
What? That looks so pretty.
So good.
Oh my god.
Oh, is that the one that tastes kind of nutty?
Yeah, yeah.
That looks so pretty.
It's
Yeah,
not.
I
It's
love
not
that.
nutmeg, but yeah, like this, but like juiced up, so you don't have to crack her
My
open.
laptop's gonna go flat.
Yeah, I think we've talked enough. I'm tired.
Same.
Okay, wait. Last
Alright,
one.
what's yours, what's
okay.
yours?
No, mine doesn't matter. Okay.
Also, you're staying here
good.
tonight, right?
No, I've got the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's 11:43.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it?
Bro, I was gonna go to bed
my God.
early tonight.
Okay. What's the best piece of advice you've received?
Probably from my dad saying people don't care about you all that much. Like in the terms of like my social anxiety, he was like, Brayden, no one cares. And I was like, fucking fair enough, bro. Like for real. No. Yours?
I'm still thinking. Nothing's giving me good advice. You go first.
They did. As in Brayden?
She said you.
No, like you go first.
Oh God, I hate being asked the questions. Probably just like my aunt saying to me like, don't get carried away. Like, don't lose yourself. Like, she's always said that to me, like, literally since I was, like, 7. She's like, don't get carried away. Remember who you are. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Literally, always have that voice in my head. Yeah.
I can't think of any good ones right now, but I'll tell you one just to wrap up the.
So basically, I'm sick of you guys.
Remember how we started this podcast talking about relationships?
Yeah.
So you can never fully trust a man until he's passed away and he's left the will and there's no one else on it but you and your family.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
That's how Kimmy's brain works.
Yes. That's when you know, yeah, I got myself a good man.
So watch out, Fong.
Until you go. That's when I'll know for sure.
Okay, and lastly, what's one message you would spread to the world / our listeners?
Oh. Do we have that much influence? Okay.
If anything, everyone has influence, and if anything, I feel like 100% yes, there's celebrities and influencers and whatnot, but I feel like on a micro level and like your day-to-day level, you have more of an influence than like, say, big people.
Okay.
Anyways.
My thing is...
What, my boobs are coming up.
That's my thing. My boobs are coming up.
My boobs are great in this, don't they?
They do.
They actually insane. Anyways, go.
Mine is wear your heart on your sleeve, for real.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep each other. Whoa.
Were you doing a pinky promise? Or?
Yeah, let's keep each other.
Why are you
accountable.
doing it so weird?
Let's keep each other accountable.
To do what?
What you just said.
Oh, yeah, wear our hearts on our sleeves. So I was like, what? What am I agreeing to right now? Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah. Just like be yourself. Put yourself out there. For real.
Oh, you can't heal trauma in a day. Be patient with yourself.
Oh, Kimmy.
That's actually good.
Damn. Love you. Bye.